Part 1 of multitasking, we saw the Alt-Tab method of switching between several open applications. In this video, we're going to look at a new Windows 10 feature, and it's called Task View. Sometimes, if you have too many applications open at the same time, your screen gets so cluttered it's hard to get any work done. Now, one answer might be to just close some of the windows that you're not using. But another answer is the Task View feature. Task View takes multitasking to another level. It basically gives you the ability to have several different desktop screens. Now, I have WordPad, Maps, Weather, and 2 windows in Edge open. I'm also going to open up the file browser. You can see all of my open applications down here in the taskbar. You can see the little white bar underneath the applications that are currently running. This looks pretty cluttered. Now let's see how we can use Task View to make this a little easier to navigate. To open up the Task View, all you need to do is click on this icon in the taskbar. If I click on that, it'll open up Task View. Let me do that. Now there's Task View is open. If I click again on it, it closes Task View. So that's like a toggle switch. Another method to open Task View is to use the Windows key and the tab. So if I use Windows tab, I'm in Task View, Windows tab, and I'm out of Task View. When I'm in Task View, if I click on one of the windows, it becomes the active window. So I'm going to click on WordPad, and that becomes the top window or the active window. Very similar to the way things worked in the Alt-Tab multitasking video. But that's not the main attraction here. Let me go back into Task View. And now what we're really interested in here is the option that gives you multiple desktops. Now down here at the bottom of the screen, when I'm in Task View, there's this button for New Desktop. I'm going to click on that button. New Desktop. Now I have 2 desktops showing. Desktop 1 and Desktop 2. If I click on Desktop 2, it opens and it shows an empty desktop. There's nothing running down here in the taskbar. So let me go back to Task View and let me click on Desktop 1. All of my applications, as shown in the taskbar, all my applications are running in Desktop 1. I'm going to go back to Task View. If I hover over Desktop 2, I don't click, just hover, it shows me all the contents of Desktop 2. If I hover over Desktop 1, I'm not clicking, it shows me all the applications that are on Desktop 1. Okay, I'm going to go back to Desktop 2. It's empty. I'm going to go back to Task View. I'm going to open up a new desktop. So I click here, and now I have 3 desktops open. I'm hover over Desktop 3, nothing there. No applications. Hover over Desktop 2, empty. No applications. Hover over Desktop 1, everything's running. I'm going to stay in this hover position because I'm going to move Maps to Desktop 3. And the way I do that is I go up here and I click on Maps, and I drag it down and drop it in Desktop 3. So I hover over Desktop 2, nothing. Hover over Desktop 1, I've got 6 apps running. Hover over Desktop 3, now Maps is on Desktop 3. I'm also going to put Weather on Desktop 3. So I've already got Maps there. I go back to Desktop 1, hover. I'm going to drag Weather to Desktop 3. So now on Desktop 3, if I hover, I see I have Maps and Weather. Desktop 2 is still empty. I'm going to go back to Desktop 1, and I'm going to take both Microsoft Edge windows to Desktop 2. So I go up here and grab Microsoft Edge window, drag it down to Desktop 2, let go. Grab this Microsoft Edge, drag it down to Desktop 2, let go. Now I've got things a little bit better organized. If I go to Desktop 1 and hover, I only have 3 apps open. By the way, this app right here is the software that I'm using to capture this screen. You won't have that on your computer. If I go to Desktop 2 and hover, it shows me the 2 applications that are running on Desktop 2. If I go to Desktop 3 and hover, it shows me the 2 applications that are running under Desktop 3. So now with Desktop 3, I can plan my trip because here's a map and here's the weather. And if I go back to Task View and go to Desktop 2, I can do all my web browsing on Desktop 2. And back to Task View and go to Desktop 1. And I can do my word processing and filing on Desktop 1. Now I'm not going to get heavy into how to manipulate windows, but here's just a reminder. If I go to Desktop 3 and I grab hold of Maps and I drag it, whoops, come on Desktop 3, and I drag it all the way over to the side and let loose, it takes up half the screen. So Maps is on one half, Weather is on the other. If I grab hold of Weather and click on it, it takes the other half. So they're operating side by side. And this is the snap view that was available on Windows 7 and Windows 8. Okay, to close all these desktops, I go back to Task View, go down to Desktop 3, click the X, and it closes that desktop. Desktop 2 closes that. Now I'm back to one desktop. And basically, that's how Task View works. It helps you keep organized, multitask with different desktops.